Hey everyone, today's video is going to be all of the things that I have been loving for the entire summer. So it really is a roundup of all of my current favorites, beauty, fashion, and some random lifestyle items. I'm really excited to be sharing this with you as I haven't done a favorites video in a while, and so I have a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's go ahead and get started. The face products that I have been using all summer long are these two products. It is the Smashbox Primer Water and my all-time favorite Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua, and this is in B30 as I have a little bit of a tan. I picked up the primer water back in the VIB sale in November, and I was really scared to try it because it has the word water. I was afraid that it would break up my foundation and make it go on patchy, and I was afraid that it really wouldn't do anything. But what I have found is that I drench my face in this primer water and then I immediately go in with my foundation. I don't let it sit, I don't let it dry, and the two products together make it so that the foundation shears out a little bit and thins out and makes it a really nice even coverage and almost makes it a little more serumy. And the primer water I have found has helped keep my foundation on in the hotter months, which I don't even know how that happens because it seems like a magic product, but it definitely has lasted through an 8-hour workday. So I have been in love with both of these, and they're actually both almost out. The bronzer that I have been using all summer long is a cult classic, and it is the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel, or however you say it. It's the bronzing makeup base. This bronzer is a dream. It is a cream formula, but it almost has a little bit of powder in it because I notice it doesn't go on like tacky at all. It smooths out when it goes on. This is the color. It is just a really nice like universal bronze shade. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. I have it on today. You can tell that it really enhances my skin. I try not to tan or burn my face, so my like body ends up being a lot tanner than my face often, and so this is really helping me get my like natural tan up onto my face as well. It's a huge bronzer, so I'm hoping that it lasts forever, and I know that it will be something that I continue to pull out throughout the winter months and probably through next summer as well. Back in July, I picked up a new blush from Tarte, and they brought out I think 6 new shades that are these like mauve brownie rosy colors. So this is the shade Risqué, and it is just this really beautiful dusky rose. I have it on today. I feel like it works really well with a tan, and I feel like these like blush shades are just really on trend right now. You're not seeing much like bright pinks or baby pinks. It's really these like natural dusty roses, especially because with the lipstick trend that's so popular, like what I'm wearing right now, it just works really well together and it's very harmonious. The formula for the Tarte blushes are incredible. They're blendable, they stay on for a long time. It claims to be 12-hour wear. I don't know if it's quite 12 hours, but it certainly is an awesome blush formula, and I have a few Tarte blushes because they are so great. For the brows, I picked up this new Benefit product. This is the 3D Brow Tones. Benefit launched a ton of new brow products back in July, perhaps the end of June, and this is in the shade 4. What I really like about this product is that it's not a like setter, it's not a filler inner, it's called a subtle brow enhancing highlight. So the idea is that it actually has, I wouldn't say shimmer, but it definitely has a sheen to it. This is the color, it's a nice brown color. But I run it through my brows after I fill them in, and it just gives the hair a nice like sheen, which sounds totally weird because you would expect that you would want matte brows, but actually normal hair has like a glow to it in a sense that healthy hair has a little bit of shine. So by actually putting this on, I find that it just makes my brows look a little more natural, especially if I have filled them in quite heavily. What I also really like about this brow product is the wand. It has these little like spiky tips on the end that looks like a little crown almost, but it really helps like get my tail because my brows thin out quite a bit at the end. So this has been an awesome product. I will continue to use it because I think it's pretty cool and it's unique. I've never seen anything like this. Keeping with cheek products, let's move on to Benefit What's Up. This is a cream highlighter, so I've really been into cream formulas, especially with the bronzer and now the highlighter. This is a very beautiful creamy champagne color. Let's see if I can have you see it. It's just a really nice yellowy, goldy, peachy champagne, like the name would suggest, highlighter, and you just put it on your cheekbones and it gives the most beautiful natural glow. I actually was at a Sephora event and the Benefit rep was there, and I picked this up because the Benefit rep used it on my skin. I wasn't wearing any makeup, and so I just had the highlighter on and it made my skin look really fresh and dewy and natural. The cream formula makes it so that you can only see it when it catches the light. You can't ever see like the highlight just sitting on your cheeks like some powder formulas can. And so I've really been enjoying this highlighter. I feel like it's just a really nice natural highlight for me. I have one more highlight to show you, and it is from the Becca Jaclyn Hill collaboration palette that was launched back a couple months ago. This whole palette is really awesome. The mirror is really good inside of it, but you can see that you get 5 shades in this palette. So you get 3 blushes and 2 highlights. This highlight is Champagne Pop, which I already have the single of, which is awesome. I love Champagne Pop. But what I've been loving about this palette is I'm actually mixing Champagne Pop and Processo Pop together and using it as skin highlight, which sounds so weird, but I've been putting it a little bit on my collarbones and on my shoulders, especially where I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt. And it really just helps give a nice extra sheen, makes you look a little healthier. I definitely like to mix the two when I'm putting it on my body. I feel like I can get away a little bit more with the Prosecco Pop, which is definitely a lot more gold, and the Champagne Pop is a little more peachy. If I put it on my face, I definitely lean a little bit more towards the Champagne Pop, but together they are awesome, and these blushes are actually really nice as well. Last weekend, I went to sharpen my eyeliners and realized that I have a serious love affair with the Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliners. And I realized that because a few of my eyeliners are getting really short, which means I love them and I'm using them, so I thought I would share it with you today. I generally tend towards just black or brown for my eyeliners, as I find I need a little bit of darkness around my eyelash line to really give me some definition. So some of my favorite black ones are, of course, the Black Velvet is probably my all-time favorite. It is a, I think it's their Velvet formula, which is a little bit different, which means I think it's not as shiny. It has a bit of a more matte, velvety appearance, as the name would suggest. This is my favorite out of all of the Urban Decay eyeliners. Of course, you have Zero, which is just a straight black eyeliner. I also have Perversion, which is another black. How many black eyeliners can you need? Apparently 3. And then I have a couple browns, which is Demolition and Lush. And then I have also been loving this teal eyeliner, which is Mainline, which you can see me use in my bronze summer makeup easy colored eyeliner video, and I have been loving this color. So in general, I thought I would share that with you just because I realized that these really are my favorite eyeliners, and it's just the formula that I will continue to turn back to whenever I want to try a new color. I always look at Urban Decay first because I really enjoy them. I have Zero on my eyes today. I have 2 mascaras that I want to talk about because I have been loving both of these all summer long. I have the Better Than Sex Waterproof formula from Too Faced. Oh my gosh, this packaging is incredible. I love the little water droplets. It reminds me of a matte collection that came out a few years ago. This formula is pretty good. I don't think it's as good as the original Better Than Sex formula that comes in the pink tube, only because the waterproof version is a little more clumpy than I would like. It's a little bit harder to like work through your lashes, but it does what it says. It's waterproof. It definitely gives me volume and a lot of lashes, which I love. And then the second is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara. This mascara recently launched, and I don't normally go for mascaras that aren't waterproof, hence the the Too Faced one, only because I find it doesn't hold a curl in my lashes. But actually, this Marc Jacob one holds a curl pretty well. I will say that by the end of the day, I don't feel like they're up as much as I would like, but they certainly don't fall immediately like some of the mascaras that I have used do. This mascara is super dark. It makes my eyelashes thick. It's what I'm wearing today. I don't have magnificent lashes, so you probably can't see them very well, but I really do like this mascara, and it has quickly become one of my top favorites. I have a single eyeshadow I want to talk about, and it is Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear. This is just a very beautiful, warm chocolate brown. I have been wearing this all summer long in the crease of my eyes. I've been doing a really simple look in that I just bronze up my skin, throw this in my crease, and put on some mascara and walk out the door. I love it because it's a little bit darker than my natural like tan and bronze skin, so it gives a little bit more dimension, a little bit of warmth, but it's still just really enhances my eye, especially because I have green eyes. I feel like the oranginess in it is a really nice complement to the green. The Makeup Geek formula is by far my all-time favorite eyeshadow formula. Let me know down below if you want me to do a Makeup Geek eyeshadow collection. I could certainly do that if you were interested, because I have quite a few Makeup Geek eyeshadows. But I highly recommend. It's all matte, it blends really beautifully, it stays on all day even without a primer. It's just a really great eyeshadow. The eyeshadow palette that I have been loving all summer long is the Becca Ombre Rouge eyeshadow palette. There are 5 colors in this palette, ranging from a cream all the way up to a maroony brown, with a warm brown and a cool brown in the mix, which I find really useful. I love this palette because of my hazel eyes. I often find that when makeup companies come out with eyeshadows that are for blue eyes or green eyes, the shades never really work for my eyes because I really have true hazel eyes in that they're right between brown and green. And so when I try to find that palette that's really specific for the color of eye, it never complements my eye color quite right. This one is perfect for the color of my eyes. I find this like reddy browny maroony color just works really well to offset the green. Just that like little bit of red in the shadow really helps enhance my eye. So if you have hazel eyes, I would highly recommend thinking about getting this palette. It would be beautiful, of course, for all eye colors, and the formula of these Becca eyeshadows are really nice. I would say that they're not as pigmented as the Makeup Geek one that I just showed you, but it certainly blends out very well and it lasts decently well, especially if you have a primer. I have 2 lippy sticks that I have been using all month long. The first one is this Estee Edit, the Barest lip color in 04 So Bare. It is a very beautiful brownie mauve-y nude, which is so on trend right now, and I feel like this type of lip color is going to transition really nicely into fall as well. I really like the formula of this Estee Edit color. I find that it's really nice and hydrating, it's lightweight, and so I don't really feel it on my lips, and it also sticks around for a decent amount of time, which I find really awesome, especially because I don't want to have to touch it up throughout the day. Of course, it's not a long-wearing matte formula, so it's not going to last all day long, but it certainly works really well for a decent amount of time. And then the second color, which is the color I'm wearing on my lips right now, which is this MAC Cream Sheen in Cream in Your Coffee. It is a very similar color, admittedly, to the Estee Edit one, but it is certainly a beautiful color right now for the season, especially as we transition into fall. I find that it gives my face a little bit of warmth. It works really well with my tan and my hair color, and of course I love the Cream Sheen formula as well. All summer long I have been into one color nail polish, and that is blue. Any shade of blue. I don't really know what it is. I don't normally like blue nails. I don't normally like distracting nails, if it were, but for some reason I've just really been into blue. I've been rotating between these 3 colors. So the first one I have is the Essie Bikini So Teeny, which has a little bit of shimmer, so I originally passed over it, but actually on the nails it's a really nice, just natural blue color. You can't really see the shimmer on the nails. The second one is probably my favorite of the 3, and this is another Essie polish in Pret-a-surfer. Really beautiful, like cauliflower almost blue with a little bit of purple. It's just a really cool blue, especially if you have a tan. And the last blue, which is this beautiful royal vibrant blue, is the Sephora X nail polish, and this is in Omni. It is really stunning and definitely makes a statement. So I have been loving all of those nail polishes all summer long. I have a hair care favorite, and it is the, oop, there's hair on this. That is gross. I apologize. It is the Marilyn Lush hair treatment. It says whether you're blonde by bleach or naturally by bleach, Marilyn keeps brassy orange tones from building up in your hair. And it is just a basic hair treatment that I slather on my hair before I get in the shower. I try to leave it on for an hour if I can. You apply it to dry hair. And I really find that this actually helps bring the blonde back in my hair. I've been using purple shampoo, and I find almost that my hair is absorbing too much of the purple. Not that my hair is turning purple, but it's like the brightness of the blonde disappears. It certainly pulls out the orangey tones, but it's not brightening. It's just like neutralizing. So I find that this actually brightens and pulls out the orange tones at the same time. I think it's probably because you leave it on for such a long amount of time. I actually think it says 20 minutes, but I do it for an hour. It's a really cool treatment. It's kind of pricey in that this is $27, and I've used this 4 times and probably have only 2 or 3 more applications left. I also have a lot of hair, so I have to put on quite a bit to get it to be bright. But I've really enjoyed this. I've been trying to use this instead of going to the salon and spending my money, and it seems to be working. I have 2 necklace favorites. The first one is this choker from Urban Outfitters. I can kind of hold it up so you could see what it would look like. I have fallen into the 90s trend. I will admit. I really like this. I didn't think I would like wearing chokers. This is a nice velvet choker, so I feel like it's a little bit more classy than perhaps the choker that I remember, which was the classic stretchy choker. But I just find that it works really well on my neck. I feel like it complements outfits that I'm wearing. It makes me look cooler, if you will. But yeah, I've really been enjoying trying that. I remember the first day I wore it and I was like, I'm not sure about this, but throughout the day I was like, no, I'm okay, I can do this. The second necklace I have is from Madewell, and it is this beautiful double strand necklace. It has little arrows on the bottom of this chain, and then it has a square on the second chain. I really like this necklace. I feel like it really jazzes up any outfit and just gives it a really nice, classy look. I've really been enjoying this double layer, especially because I don't have to think. Actually, one day I was super daring and wore the double necklace and the choker all together, and I felt pretty snazzy. I also felt kind of weird, but you know, I feel like that's where fashion lies, is between snazzy and weird, right? Last but certainly not least, I have a book favorite to share with you, and it is, of course, the Harry Potter Cursed Child. I don't have my book jacket because my sister actually has it right now. It's a long story. But this is, of course, the new and latest installment in the Harry Potter series. It is not written by J.K. Rowling, but it is, of course, inspired by the entire Harry Potter series, and it's a part of the storyline now. It is a script, so it's a little bit hard to get into. At least I didn't really love the first 50 pages, but after that I really kind of got into the rhythm of the book and really started to understand it. I would say for those of you that are hesitant about it, because it is a script form, Shakespeare, of course, is a script form, and I find those are perfectly easy to digest as well. It is a little bit weird because it's a Harry Potter universe, of course, and not Shakespeare. But what I will say is once I really got into the story, I didn't actually have to read who was talking, because based on the character's personality, I could tell who was talking, and so I just actually started reading the lines and really understood the story as it was unfolding. So it is a pretty good book. I will say that it's not my favorite Harry Potter book, as this story is a little strange. I don't want to give anything away, but I do feel like they very smartly combined things from the 4th movie or book and the 3rd movie or book together into one storyline, because I feel like that is probably the favorites that people really enjoyed. So in that sense, I don't really feel like it was that new of a storyline, but If you love Harry Potter as much as me, which I really love Harry Potter, then it is definitely worth the read. It's really cool to see the characters grown up and to see an entirely new generation of wizards. So that is all that I have for you today. It was a really long favorites video, so if you're still here at the end, you should get a prize. I have a few videos already filmed, and so I will definitely be uploading in the next few weeks. If you are curious to see a lot of these makeup products on my face, go ahead and check out the next video that I'm going to upload, because it is my everyday makeup routine and I use a lot of the products in that video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will certainly catch you in my next video. Just detangling, just detangling, just like swimming, swimming, swimming. We're long, and it is the Marc James. Where is it? Where did it go? Hey everyone, today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on this look right here. It is my simple but colorful summer makeup tutorial. I'm really excited to be sharing this tutorial with you as it adds a little bit of color, and normally I'm a neutrals